Hello everyone, let's start today's seminar CF script enhancements for ColdFusion 10. It will basically covers all the aspects or new features that has been added in ColdFusion 10 especially for CF script things. Now let's move to the content. And what's new in CF10? What are the new features that has been added in ColdFusion 10? See first one, colon separator in structures like key and value pair. Previously we are using like key equal to value for colon separator structures. Now it's key colon value pair, and then use for in loop over queries and Java arrays. This one is also new. Previously on 8 we have implemented for in loop for structures, and in 9.1 we have implemented for arrays, but for 10 we have implemented the for in loop for queries and Java arrays, then use array each and struct each. Actually these two are the new functions that are implemented. Instead of we are using the looping in array or struct, we can use these functions array each and struct each, and we can loop through them by that. Then new tag equivalent in script enhancement, setting and cookie. Now we can use setting and cookie both inside CF script. Then new tag equivalents as functions, invoke. Previously we were using CF invoke always to access any function inside a component, but now we can use the invoke in CF script itself. Then lastly, new tag equivalent as CFC's collection, index and search. For Solr collections we can do it now. Collection we can create and new or delete the collections. Then index we can update the collection. Then we can search the any string or anything in collection. Then let's move to the first one, colon separators in structures, key value pairs. As I have told just before, previously we are using like this, first name equal to ABC, last name equal to DF. So now ColdFusion 10 just provide us inside CF script we can directly use key colon value pair. As we are using in Java and other technologies, we can use it in ColdFusion also. You can see the example, student first name colon ABC, last name and grades, CF script. We can dump this. Also it's possible for CF set also, script and CF set, using CF set also we can use this, but it's not supported for like the CF set name gen. That means it is not a replacement of equal to, it's only used in case of structures. Always it's not a replacement. We can go through the example now. This is the structure.cfm. If we will move, first I have written CF set. It's the same example. We are going to execute this. Then student equal to first name this, grades, and we are then writing the output by write dump. Then we can run this. This one, structure.cfm. You can see this is exactly the same. This is exactly same as we were using before, but in a new style. Then we can move to the next slide. Looping over queries and Java arrays using for in loop. Previously we are not able to loop directly over queries and Java arrays. It was possible only for arrays and structures, but now this feature has been implemented on CF10. You can see ColdFusion has long been able to for in statement over structures. It's previously a 9.1 has and in ColdFusion 9.0.1 it's added for CFML arrays, but now we can loop over queries as well as Java arrays. So let's go through the example once. This is first, let's take a query. All you know, in 9 we have implemented queries inside CF script. This is a dummy query, you can say. This is called friends. Then just simple, as we are doing in structure and array, for friend in friends. This is the index, this is the query. Just you can write out anything for example. Then Java arrays also. Let's bytes, we are considering the bytes in the string, this one dot get bytes. So this is bytes is in Java array here. Then we can similar fashion we can do it for byte in bytes, then write output byte. So go through the example for in loop. You can see this is our query, this is the output of the for in loop, and this is our binary Java array, and this is the output. You can see this is the first byte, this is the second byte, this is the third byte. You can see it inside that. Next, then use of array each and struct each. As I told you before, these things are the functions what have been introduced in ColdFusion 10. Just you can remember recursion, function recursion and all in Java. It is a similar kind of function. Just you can go through, use that array each, go through an array element, and you can just like call that function for each element of that array, and then you can do whatever the what you require to do and all. You can see arrays used for query and arrays. The handler function can have each element of the array during the looping. We can apply our business logic inside that handler function. The handler function can be a function which will be outside, or it can be an inline function as well. Similarly, for struct each, we can loop over the structure elements. Let's see an example for this. This is the array each. You can see this is an array of names, and we are making a function make lowercase, just to make that all the names are lowercase. Use array each names. This is the array, this is your function, handler function. You can tell here the handler function is a outside function. You can see. Then we can write the output. This is an example of the inline function. Array each names function. Inside that function only we can define our logic and all. You can see first one is for the lowercase we have written, and second one for the which is inline function. It's an uppercase. You can see there. See here. Last one is U case. First one is L case. Similarly, struct each you can find the similar thing, but the thing is that there in handler function we have to pass only one element, which is the array element. Here we have to pass both the key and value pair. This is the same thing. You can see the inline. This is the outside function. This is the inline function. We are just passing the function key and value. This is an example demo. So let's run this example. This is here. This is the first one is our structure, key and value. Second example, this is using the outside function. Third one we are using the inline function. Any questions till now? Thanks. Sorry? Yeah, as I have told you before, we can loop through an array. Okay, loop through, and also you have used some function recursion and all we have. So this is such like stuffs. Means this is a new implementation in CF10. So using this, you are not using any for loop or anything. Directly you can just like that. You can tell just like that, loop over an array, and for each element we are going to that function, and yeah, you can see this for each element. Technology ColdFusion time this, and you can see the example here. It's something like to recursion, means we are calling that function again and again. Yeah, it's a similar type. It's not completely same as the recursion in Java. It's a similar fashion. If the array length is 5 times, then that function will be called 5 times. That's yeah, loop for yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can call this. You can yes. No, no, it's not an event. It's just like a loop, but it's newly implemented something like that. We are calling a function in each loop. You can take a loop by array length and all for in loop. Then you call a function. It's just like similar fashion. No, it's not event handler. It's a handler function only. You are telling you can add any event in that. You add your business logic inside that. Automatically, it won't do anything. Next. Array element. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I didn't get the question. Mm-hmm. Here in handler function, no, I guess. Once only you are passing the function. No, how can you use that? No, you have to define. Might be you can do that inline function. Nothing like you have to write a function. You are passing the array element. Then inside that you can do your logic. Yes. So you got that question. And then new tag equivalents in script statement, setting and cookie. Yeah. For setting, you know CF setting, which is mostly used in application.cfc. This is just to make application.cfc more script based. You can see we can for CF setting can be used to set request timeout, enable output only, and show debug output. These three things we can do inside the CF script, mainly in application.cfc. Especially valuable for scripts. Now it can be, yeah, one advantage of this, you can anywhere might be set request timeout equal to 0, then it turns off the any request timeout or admin or previously in request. Let's say in your application.cfc you have request timeout or something else 15 or something, but you don't want request timeout, you want it to 0, then inside the function or whatever, then you can use the request time set request timeout 0, then it's overlap that one. This is one the advantage of this. Then cookie previously in CF9 only we can use the variable scope as cookie dot variable name, then the value, then that variable is in cookie scope. But we have in CF, like in CF cookie we have different like value, experts, domain, we can give the path, everything we have, but in CF9 we don't have that option inside the CF script. That has been introduced in CF10. You can pass any of the attributes in cookie scope. You can see this example, cookie dot first name, you can give value, experts, and so also for the same as the last name. These properties can be set using the cookies now, value, experts, domain, path, secure, HTTP, whatever you are doing using the CF set function or CF cookie function, then you can do here as well. Let's move to an example. Yeah, this is only an example. This I can show you here. I can show you later on. Setting request timeout 20. Just you have to pass like this, then it will be set as the request timeout or enable output only. Then for cookie, you can see cookie dot first name this, last name this, then you can access that cookies. Just yeah, you can see you have the last name and first name, whatever we have passed in the cookie, we have that. Then we have the invoke. Whatever we are doing inside CF invoke to call any function inside a component. Now we can do it in using invoke inside CF script. We can invoke a CFC, otherwise we can invoke a web service as well. Example, you can do it in different ways actually. You can directly invoke as CF invoke, then demo, this is your CFC, this is their just function name hello world, and then also we can pass any argument. Argument will always will be the third one. First one is always the CFC name, second one is the function, and the third one you have to pass the argument. Here you can pass the argument. Yeah, also you can do it in using instances. Just instance, as you are doing create object dot function name. Here also you can use invoke function name, sorry, instance. Here hello instance, it's nothing but creating an instance of demo class. Then you can using invoke hello instance hello world, just exactly same as hello instance dot hello world. And this is an example for web using an web service. It is the same way, this instance way. You just need to create an instance of that web service, then invoke that instance, and then you can pass the argument as well and the function name. Let's go through an example. Yeah, first one will show you the simple one, what you are doing in using CF invoke one. Second one you can see is this passing an argument. Here the function is demo.cfc. Here we have two functions in that component. First function is hello world, which will display the hello world string. Second one is hello friend. Hello, the argument you have passed. In the invoke.cfm, you can first one to call the hello world. Second one is to call the hello friend with the argument as name. Third one same but with using a instance. Fourth one is directly instance method, just hello instance dot hello world. As you have created the instance, you can do it directly. Can see first hello world, second is hello name, we have passed the argument as Charlie, and this is the output. Then we have three new tags which are CFC equivalent: collection, index and search. First come to collection. It's the same as CF collection in ColdFusion 9. We can create a Solr collection in a directory anywhere on the server, might be the default one, or we can pass the directory as well, directory path. We can create and delete collection inside the CF script. Also we can map, optimize and category list. This one is a new one, category list, with the ColdFusion 10. This is all the things. This is the same what we are doing in CF collection in the CF9. This is the same thing, but we are using here at inside CF script. We will go through the example also after the completion of all the three. Then come to index. It's the same as CF index. SOLR collection means SOLR is a search API, we can tell, for Apache. So this is used, ColdFusion used this collection for searching, for creating collections, updating and searching all the stuff. So ColdFusion uses that. Yeah, we have the example. Once we will complete that, we will go through the example.
Then you have to create an index using the CF index tag. Then we can use
Yeah, correct. Filter searching, it's an API only from Apache. Then index, we can create the collection using the collection tag, then index, using index tag we can update that collection, means we can insert the records and delete the records and all. You can see the example, this is an example. We just need to create an instance of that object m equal to new index, then m dot update, we have to give the attributes here, collection as this query, then key, then type, title, body, which this is the attributes we have specified here. We can go through this more on the example. Then also we can use delete. Delete means as we are updating, then we can delete, also remove any of the data from that collection. Then purge, remove all the data, same as the truncate in Oracle, you can know. Cold Fusion tail also added. This is 3 about delta import, full import, status. These are the 4 new arguments that is added for the update one. Then search, as Ravi and Kanu told, this is the same. We have created the collection, then we have updated using index, then we are using search, we are searching the collection. Anything we need to search that, any text or anything, we can search that using search. Example, same one, new search. It's just an example which is done in one line. Also, like index, you can do this, like first create the instance, then call that method. First merge new search, then dot search is a method here. Before search was the CF search, it was the tag, but now search is a method. Inside that pass the parameter, collection name is the collection name where you have to search. Then criteria, criteria means title is equal to Cold Fusion. Here if you have any file or any text, title as Cold Fusion means Cold Fusion must be an substring, you can tell, of that file or string, whatever. Then it will show you that list that it has been found. Then max row 10 means first 10 element only it will show, not the others. Then we can get this by write dump, we can get the output for this. We can go through the examples of collections. Yeah, first one is, this is to create in collection, new collection, create collection, my collection, path is this path. It will create one collection with the name my collection, in the path C my site. Inside that it will create an folder structure, complete folder structure. Then we can firstly see the list. You can see here, new collection dot delete, new collection dot list means create a collection instance dot list. It will show all the collections that has been present in your application. You can see here. This one you can see. If we will go through the code, first one it will show the list, second we have deleted that collection, my collection we have deleted, third one again it will show the list. So you can see, first one we have two collections, one is book club with the path this, we have this, and the second one you can see we have one, because we have deleted that my collection one from C side, so we have one collection. It's in your system, in any path you have that. If you have the collection, then it will show that. This is the default one, I guess, because I also have not created this. This is the default one which Cold Fusion provides you for testing purpose. Then we can go through the, We are deleting initially because if we are not deleting any collection and we will try to recreate the collection with the same name, then it will throw an error that collection is already exists. That's why I am deleting the collection first. Then you can create the collection using new collection tab. Then for indexing, you can see just create an instance that update collection is the collection name, my collection query friends. This is again the same query we have used for dummy. So this value will be inserted in that collection. Query friends key ID, this one, this will be the key, and type, we have the type attribute also custom, then title friends collection body, it will give these three things in the body. Then we can once this will be executed, index will be executed, then we have the collection. First we have the collection, then we have the collection with data. Then if we want to see the data or search any data, then we have to use the search. This is the search, we have to use the search collection name is my collection max row 10. Here I have excluded that title because I don't have any name with the title, that's excluded. So now we can see, you can see what is the result, what is the search result, whether we have that or not. This one, this is the complete list that we have. The test the CFM in the same path, previously I have added one, that's why it is showing the test the CFM as well. Others you can see. Summary, it is giving all the three, first, second, third. Also if you want to get some specific one, rather than you go to the whole list, if you want to see some specific set, then you can do like this. Where result dot get result, then dot name, you have to show these three only, score, title and summary. These three only it show. The title we have given friends collection, this is the summary, we have given the data as there, this is the score, this is some collection dependent and all. We can see the example here. In body we have given all the three name. If we are just remove the name, only ID and age, you can see in summary we are getting only ID and age 110, 220, 330. The summary holds all the data. So this collection you can see get for the query basically, or also you can add other like Word documents, Excel, whatever you want you can put there also, and you can sort this using this. Completed. Any questions?